Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, and welcome to a Pokemon Go Twilight Cup team builder, team preview, the squad that I'm bringing, the 6 Pokemon that I'm bringing. So for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go, the Sylph Road, it's a Reddit, it's a subreddit called the Sylph Road, and actually they hold tournaments that can be held. Well, they have like a tournament format, a tournament template, and then shops and tournament organizers, they can decide to hold tournaments under those guidelines, and then you can log the results in the site, and then you can be ranked and you get all your tournament battles and all that kind of catalog on the site, and it's kind of like a league. So it's pretty cool. It is worldwide for what it is. And there was a Boulder Cup last month, which had steel, fighting, ground, and rock types. But this month is going to be the Twilight Cup. There's actually 2 dates for it. I'm going to go into at least one of them, maybe 2. It's going to be on February 10th. Oh, I'm going to be going to the one that's near my house. Obviously, there's probably plenty of tournaments all across the country. You can go to the Sylph Road and just see if you can find tournaments, or even see your local Pokemon Go groups, see if they know where they're going to be. But this is going to be a video where I just kind of go over the Pokemon that I'm going to be bringing, a little bit why I'm bringing them, and just kind of get you guys more in tune with the the Pokemon Go. I'm going to use the word competitive here in quotes scene. So it's the Twilight Cup and the 4 types. So all right, let me start over. It's a Twilight Cup Great League, so it's in Pokemon with 1500 CP or less. I really enjoy Great League because it it allows me to use a lot of Pokemon that maybe wouldn't get used normally. It allows that for everybody. So it is 4 types. You can bring Fairy types, Poison types, Dark types, or Ghost types. Obviously, Dual types are allowed. And I just happen to have 6 shiny Pokemon that are all relatively good that fit those criteria. So the first Pokemon I have is Roserade. It's $14.99, just one under the cusp. Got that shiny Roselia from that event. I got Razor Leaf, Sludge Bomb, and Solar Beam. I think is the best moveset that I'm going to be seeing this tournament. Razor Leaf, obviously, I think Razor Leaf is one of the quickest. So the Razor Leaf or Vine Leaf, I can't remember. I think it might be Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf is the quickest charge move for PvP battling, and Sludge Bomb, of course. There's going to be Fairy types in this tournament, so I want to bring them on. They can kind of go toe-to-toe with those Fairy types. You're not going to see a lot of Fairy types that are going to be able to threaten Roserade, aside from Alolan Ninetales, which is going to be probably an issue, but I do have actually a mon for that going forward. But I think Alolan Ninetales is going to be is a good answer to Roserade. But I do have the Sludge Bomb, which is going to hit all those Fairy types pretty hard, and of course I got the Solar Beam just in case I'm going up against a mon, maybe like a Ghost type. Or something like that might resist. I keep thinking of Ghost resisting poison strictly because of Gengar. It's been drilled in my head forever now. But Solar Beam just for the stab, in case there ends up being a dark, just a lot of dual types I can't think of off the top of my head. But definitely Sludge Bomb is going to be helpful, and Solar Beam is nice for just stab damage for mons that might otherwise resist poison. Next up is Granbull, another shiny that is $14.99. Now this Granbull, his IVs I believe are 86%. So now IVs do make a big difference, especially in Great League. But I also found that I had 6 shinies that adhere to this, and I felt like that was more of a fun thing than anything. I really want to use a full team of shinies. I think that'd be kind of a good ththing. That'd be fun for me to do, right? It'd be a fun thing to walk in there and be like, boom, this is what I got. And so at the last tournament I went, I finished 2-2. Actually, I started out 2-0, and I swept the first 2 rounds of best of 3s. And after that, I lost 1-2 and then 1-2 at the end, and I ended up finishing 2-2. But I had a great opening. Actually, I lost 2 people that I lost to finished 1-2 in tournament, so that's not too bad. So I got Granbull here. It's got Snarl, Play Rough, and Crunch. You're not going to see a big diverse moveset from Granbull. Snarl, dark moves, Snarl and Crunch, dark moves for those Ghost types you might end up seeing. Gengar is going to be a popular one. You might see, really Gengar is the only one. But Gengar's pretty good because Gengar's both Ghost Poison. It's got access to, obviously, Poison. Going to try to wipe out those powerful Fairy types as they appear. And Play Rough for stab in case I end up getting, I feel like there's like, Croagunk is a Poison fighting, so Play Rough will be neutral with that thing. So, there's always use for stab, right? Even if you can't hit something super effectively, there's always use for stab, and you can play the matchup. You can play if the opponent's got a few. Maybe they have like I don't know. There's no fighting Fairy types, right? There isn't any fighting Fairy that I can think of. But Play Rough is also nice because Fairy does not resist Fairy, and since Dark is resisted by Fairy, I can still hit Fairy types neutrally and pretty hard with Granbull's Play Rough. So I'm pretty excited to be utilizing 2 shinies with $14.99. I think that'll be for anything else, just kind of a little bit of a wow factor. Then we got Honchkrow, another shiny. They're all going to be shiny. Obviously, I don't need to preface that anymore. But he's got a fun moveset. So he's got Snarl, which is Stab, as his quick move, and his charge moves are Brave Bird and Psychic. So Brave Bird, in case I do encounter any of those, fighting types, like such as Crow Gunk, for example, or I may be seeing a lot of poison grass types like Roserade and Venusaur. So I have Brave Bird for that, and just in case I end up encountering some poison types that might not otherwise be weak to Brave Bird, such as again, you have Gengar. Pretty much for any poison type, I do have Psychic on this thing. So I don't think a lot of people know that Honchkrow gets Psychic. So I'm hoping that I can kind of surprise people with that and maybe take out a poison type or two that we're otherwise not expecting to be taken out by Honchkrow. So this thing's pretty straightforward, hits pretty hard to Glass Cannon, but that Psychic as a surprise move I really think is going to be able to come in handy on the tournament. A Community Day special in Tyranitar. It's got Smackdown, which is a fantastic move to have. You're gonna see probably a few flying types. You might see more Togetic's or anything, but you'll definitely be seeing at least 1 or 2 Honchkrows as well. Just because the fact it does get Brave Bird to deal with things like Roserade and Venusaur. But this, I think Tyranitar is going to be a huge benefit. I do have Fire Blast and Crunch, just kind of depending on what I'm going up against. There's a few different moves, combos that Tyranitar has, but I like this one the best. I like Smackdown, 1, because obviously it's Stab, and 2, because it can take out those flying types. I think we're going to see some Togetic's, how do you pronounce that? Flying around because it's a fairy type, and I think you're going to see some Alolan Vulpixes, which is also why I'm bringing the Smackdown Fire Blast combination, just so I can hit the I think that's a Vulpix. I'm going to say Ninetales, so I can hit the Alolan Ninetales super effectively. And of course, Crunch, it's a very fast charging charge move, and it's Stab, and it can hit those Ghost types super effectively. So I think Tyranitar is probably going to be on every team that I bring, because you bring team to 3. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tyranitar can do. Then we have Umbreon, another Community Day special. Now, Umbreon can only learn Dark-type moves. It can't learn anything else. So it's got Fan Attack, Dark Pulse, and Foul Play. Umbreon is beefy. Umbreon is a huge defensive tank, and defensive tanks like Umbreon, I think, are underrated in this kind of a format. It can take hits for days. It is super effective against one of the types, obviously being the Ghost types. If it goes up against a Fairy, you're going to have a bit of an issue that regard, so I'm going to have to probably pair it with Roserade. Ideally, I'd like to pair it with kind of a bulkier poison type, but I'm going for the all-shiny factor. At least in this tournament, maybe in the second tournament, because there's, I think, one on the 10th and one on the 23rd. If I do one on the 23rd, I might bring a more of a balanced team, not focusing on the shinies, but Umbreon is a huge tank. This thing can outlast almost anything, and I think it's going to be, if I do place well in tournament, I think I'm going to have to give a lot of credit to Umbreon because of its ability to tank. I think you guys will be surprised just exactly how good Umbreon is in Great League Battle. Rounding out the 6 is an Azumarill that I still have to level up and power up. It's obviously not going to be at 1160, but I hatched this thing. It's a pretty good IV, so I'm going to use it. And of course, it adheres to it's got to be a Fairy type, one of the 4 types. I have Bubble Hide from an Ice Beam. I don't know if I want to roll with a Fairy type move on Azumarill. Hydro Pump hits really hard, and especially in the Great League, you're going to see a lot higher kind of damage disparity and a lot of damage differences. And I definitely want to keep Ice Beam for those, pesky grass types again, like Venusaur, you're probably seeing, maybe some Roserade as well. But I want Hydro Pump also kind of for the type disparity. I don't have any other water type moves on this team, and maybe I might run into a situation where that would be helpful for me to have. So just kind of for variety, and again, the Ice Beam is just for in case I run into those grass types that I definitely think I'll run into. So this is the squad that I'll be bringing this tournament. Let me know what you guys think about the team. Let me know if you guys are competing in this kind of tournament, and let me know if you want to see more Pokemon Go PvP related videos in the future. And with that being said, I will see each and every one of you guys next time. If you like and enjoyed, subscribe for more. Have a good night, guys.